Hey guys, today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how I make my keto brown butter pralines. It's a delicious, caramely, salty, sweet candy with some nuts in it, and they are perfect for the holidays. Even people who do not follow a keto diet love them so much, like when you make a batch, they're going to be gone. So let's get started. Okay, our first step for our pralines is to melt our butter. We have a big pot here, and I've got 2 sticks of butter, and we are going to brown this butter. And that means that the milk solids in the butter will brown, and you don't want it to go too far. You have to watch it because then it will kind of taste kind of burnt. But as soon as everything's brown, then we're going to go on to the next step. This will take about 5 minutes or so. Oops. But we're just going to stir this up and keep it melting, and then we'll add the rest of the stuff. The butter that I use for this is salted butter. You could use unsalted butter. I'm a big fan of salty and sweet, so the more salt for me, the better. But since we're going to put a little bit of salt on top of these, you might want to use unsalted butter, but really it's just your preference. Now, traditionally, pralines you need like a candy thermometer, and you have to cook it to a certain temperature. And we kind of eliminate that step by using xanthan gum, and that helps bring everything together, because if you don't get the temperature right, it can split, and then all the butter will just melt out of your pralines onto your baking sheet. But we'll avoid that step by using xanthan gum. I love this ingredient so much. It really helps bring everything together. It's just like, it just emulsifies it and makes everything perfect and smooth and thick, and just works so perfectly. Our butter is completely melted. It's starting to bubble, and you're going to see in a little bit there's going to be little brown specks in there, and that is our butter starting to brown. Okay, our butter is brown. Look at that brown swirl in there. So I'm going to turn off the heat, and now we can add in our heavy cream, and that's going to help stop the butter from burning. And I'm also going to add in the sweetener. This is Keto sweetener. It is a 1-for-1 substitute for sugar. You could also use Swerve. Okay, and now we're going to add in our xanthan gum. Okay, and that's going to help it all come together. It's already starting to come together. I'm going to turn the heat back on and bring this up to a simmer so that xanthan gum will have some time to work. Okay, our mixture is starting to get thick. That xanthan gum has really emulsified everything together. So now I'm going to add in our chopped pecans. I'm going to stir that in. And now we're going to turn the heat back off. And this has got to cool. It's got to cool enough to where you can scoop it up without it just melting. And it's got to hold its shape a little bit, because when it cools, we're going to scoop it into little pralines on our baking sheet here, and then they will harden and our candy will be ready. So you probably want to remove this from the heat and let it cool. Set it aside, let it cool. You could even put it in the refrigerator if you want to. And then we can continue with the next step. Okay, here's our praline mixture out of the freezer. I actually put it in the freezer, set up a little bit quicker, and it's ready. It's scoopable, so we are going to scoop it on our prepared sheet here. This is just a sheet pan with a parchment paper, or not, you could use parchment paper. This is silicone. So I'm just going to scoop these out with my scoop, and then we're going to put these back in the freezer to harden up completely. Okay, I'm also gonna sprinkle a little bit of this crunchy salt on here. This is Maldon sea salt. This is totally optional, but it is so good. I love salty sweet. Okay, I'm gonna put these back in the freezer. Okay, here are our pralines out of the oven. They look so good. Or not the oven, out of the freezer. And delicious, a little bit salty. You're gonna love this recipe. It's perfect for the coming holidays. You can find the full recipe down in the description below. And I will see you guys later. Bye.